All around the United States, it is peak deer season. So in this video, we're playing Hunter Call the Wild and picking out the top 5 deer rifles and seeing how they stack up in the game. Alright boys, here we go. Now there is several different maps on the game that we can actually kill whitetails, or should I say deer, but whitetails in particular, because that's what I hunt and that's probably what you hunt too. Let's go kill a Mexican deer. All you guys down in Texas, maybe Arizona, Mexico, I guess, this is the terrain you're probably working with. Now, what are the top 10 deer rifles in the United States or in the world, whatever you want to call it? I don't know, but let's pull up Google and we'll find out. What is the top 5 deer hunting calibers in the United States? This is ridiculous. Let me just look it up. 270 Winchester, 308, 300 Win Mag, 6.5 Creedmoor, 243, 7mm Magnum, 6.5 Swede. And the way that we know this is not a real list and that AI made it is because 30-30 is nowhere on here. And 30-06 isn't even on here until the very bottom. So this is not a real list. 204 Ruger, 222 Remington, 243. Come on now, what are we doing here? Dude, this is crazy. Okay, well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, those are good calibers, but I don't agree on their popularity at all. So let me give you what I think just from what I've heard everybody talking about. We're definitely taking out the 270. It's been around a long time, killed a ton of deer. 300 Win Mag's great, but how often do people really use that? Not as much as you'd think. 30-06 is very popular. 6.5 Creedmoor lately has become extremely popular, and 243 is extremely popular. And then, unlike the other list, 30-30. 30-30 kills everything. Guys, I think we're in a good shape today. Now, obviously, all of these guns and calibers can kill deer great, but the different rifles make a lot more sense in different situations. Like here in the hills of Mexico, where we could potentially get a shot way up on that hill, it would make something to get a little bit flatter shooting. Something like a rifle, like a 6.5, 243, maybe even a 270 or 30-06. But in the thick timber of Mississippi, that's whenever something like a 30-30 really shines, where it's close range and you just need something to maybe punch through some brush. But without further ado, boys, let's just get after it. Let's see if we can kill a deer. Starting with the good old 270. And for this one, we're just going to be scoping around because we don't have enough room to bring a binocular. And I'll give you guys a little update. How's my deer season going? Pretty uneventful. I'm just kidding. I've actually killed a doe with a recurve. That was in this main channel video over here. Literally an epic video. You need to watch that if you're not already. While we're walking over here, let me see what I have. I've had a 270 before, ended up selling it. My dad has a 30-06. Never hunted with it. I've killed deer with a 6.5, got a few of them. 243, I killed some deer with. And then good old 30-30, I don't have a 30-30. I had one, I sold it. So I like to trade around, or used to trade around a lot. That's how I got to see and touch so many guns. You'd buy them and then sell them for like $50 more. And then you got to experience the gun too. Double whammy. Let's see, those deer are supposed to be right here drinking, but I'm not seeing them, are you? Shoot, I'd even take a doe right now. There's a turkey. Oh, should we let it fly and let that be that? No, there's the deer. All right, I found them. I got to figure out where they're going. And one cool thing about down in Mexico, water is a big deal. Texas too. Water's a big deal. So if you can find water, that's almost just as good as a corn pile or like a big bean field or something. But up here where I'm at in Kentucky, there's water everywhere. If you have a pond or a special watering hole, they will hit it time to time, but it's not a big draw. But here, it's a really big draw because they got to drink something, and in the woods, they just ain't many options. Let's see. I hope I didn't lose those deer. I do not see them. Nope, there they are. Can't tell if they're coming out or going in. And I definitely don't see a buck. I didn't pack any deer calls either. I'm telling you what, dude, ain't nothing wrong with shooting a doe. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, no. All right, I seen the buck. There he comes, son. I don't even know how far it is. This is gonna be a shot though. Oh gosh, we need him to stop. I'm gonna hold a little bit high. I don't know the distance. I'm gonna do a little Kentucky windage. Let it drop into him. I need him to stop though. I need him to stop bad. If he don't stop, I'm just gonna have to let it rip. He's about to go behind the tree. I'm letting it rip. Oh, he's done. Hurry, switch. Onto the 30-06, an absolute cannon. Can we do this? No, we couldn't do it. We tried to land one on that turkey, but it did not work out the way we was looking it for. Dang, son. I tried to stop him with those 270. What a stinking cannon. Oh, my goodness. We're going to hunt around right here where there's one deer. Sometimes there are two, especially during the rut, which is kind of, for some of us right now as you're watching this, there could be big groups of deer. There could be one-on-one. There could be one deer. It's kind of one of them, toss up. I'd say most of the time though, they're kind of split up, especially bucks. Bucks are generally solitary throughout the deer season. But yeah, let's hike up here in this mountain. This was the perfect shot to have a 270, because if I would have had something like the 30-30, I'd honestly kind of be pushing it to try to get a shot off. They may have been coming down to this water right over here. And while we're walking, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the 30-06. Just in case I see another deer up there, I will not be afraid to take it. Because the 30-06 is a hammer, first of all. So you can also shoot it through some sticks and stuff. The downside to the 30-06, it kicks like a mule. And that's kind of why it's declined in popularity over the years. Because things like the 243, maybe even the 6.5. Oh my gosh. Did I get it? Got it. Dude, I'm low-key a big fan of the 30-06. We just gotta... There goes something. You get it? No. I'm a big fan of 30-06. I don't use it to hunt, but it kicks a lot. It kicks a lot. So, but the upside to something that kicks a lot is that you got a lot of power. Because look what this bullet did. This was a flesh hit, just enough to slow it down. But this one went through everything the deer stinking had inside its body. I shoot it in the back leg, and it comes out the front shoulder. That's what we're hammering with a 30-06. Now, I made $500 for shooting a doe in the butt with a 30-06. Not the best thing in the world, but we're really close to that buck too. Oh, here's that buck. I was surprised. I'm really glad I switched. That's another good thing about this scope right here. I'm gonna get up here on this hill and I'll show you what this scope looks like. It's a 4 power right there, but it zooms in to like 12. Now if I'm hunting tight stuff, I actually prefer a 2x7. Okay, so it even zooms out a little bit more and zooms in a little bit less. But super common's a 3x9. If you're lucky, maybe something like a 3x12 is pretty popular. But comment below what's your gun that you deer hunt with? Because I like guns a lot, and I like to hear what y'all say. Let's see, I aimed a little bit high. Roll the replay. If I remember correctly, I was aiming right in here where I hit, and I was expecting, all right, if it was a little far, maybe it's going to drop in. I recommend knowing the distance and knowing exactly how much your bullet's going to drop. Sometimes you don't have the luxury of that. Sometimes you're not being able to get out there and practice as much as you want. Just rule of thumb, if it's a little bit further than you think, you can aim right here. If it goes right where you want it to, it's going to hit that shoulder and drop it in the spine. But if it drops any bit all the way down to here, you're still going to hit it in the heart or the lung. Hold at the spine, let it drop somewhere in the middle. Let's actually switch up the location. We got 2 deer on the ground. Let's go big Finland. We'll say the 30-30 for like Mississippi, somewhere tight quarters, up close and personal. And we do need to visit my little outhouse because I need to switch up my guns a little bit. Oh yeah, this is Finland. This is nice stuff. They put their gun cabinet inside because it's nice. Yeah, they're on vacation hunt. Look at big trail camera, big KG trail camera. Let's see, we're gonna keep this scope, but we're gonna go ahead and shed a couple of these bullets and things. As much as I love the 270 and 30-06, hey, I mean, we done killed a deer with them. We don't need to pack it around for no reason. And let me show you what we've got to look forward to. We're looking forward to 6.5 Creedmoor. But when we look at the ammo, for y'all who are really into guns, you may know what I'm about to say, maybe not. It says that this thing can kill up to a moose. And the low side is a deer. Now, this is technically just a 6.5 millimeter. Nowhere in it does it say that it's a 6.5 Creedmoor. So what if my proposal, since it seems to have a little bit more juice, what if this is actually a 6.5 PRC? Basically a 6.5 Magnum. I don't know. I mean, shoot, it says you can shoot a moose with it, so that kind of lines up a little bit more with the PRC, but that's not really a big deal. We're not really worried about that. That is what we're shooting up here because we're in Finland. If we see a moose, I'll shoot it. We might even count that as the deer, but I'm going to pull little calls, get some good deer calls. There's a grunt call, and I like that little bleat call. But now, let me get my binoculars. So, yeah, let's start looking for something to shoot at. If we can find some deer, that would be epic. But if we see some moose, we'll take that too. Here, we're actually on a little island, so let's actually go way over here. Out of all the deer I've killed in this game, this little flat up here on the main top, I've got some big deer out here. I wouldn't be surprised if we might be able to pull one out. And I'd say for this, we can either use the 6.5 or we can use the 243. The 243 I have 1 bullet for, so I'm probably going to make sure it's a good shot. I personally like a 308 a lot. I mean, it's a great deer round, but I think these other ones are probably a little bit more popular. Oh my gosh, what the heck is that? That is a giant grizzly bear hold your horses. I think we might be seeing if this is a 6.5 PRC. Because if it can take down the stinking grizzly bear, then it is game on. We'll just count it as a deer, dude. That one's a 3, but if that big 6 in the front was a big male, if we can get it to stop, we'll see if we can kill it. I mean, hey man, deer are great, but we got deer at the house. Let's shoot a grizzly bear while we got one walking. Wait. We got some deer moving in. Really good deer, too. These grizzly bears, or brown bears, I guess, they better consider themselves lucky, because if those deer didn't pop up, I would have been shooting them. There's another group of deer. Oh my gosh, dude. This place has got some big bucks. That's a 300-yard shot. I don't even know if my gun can zoom in that much, but I think we may try to make a double play. Find a big buck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. What the heck is that? There's so many big deer, dude. We need them to stop. Oh my gosh. I think that we figure out how to get a shot on one of these big ones, turn and get a shot on that one. I think the 6.5 PRC first. But I need to get a little bit more accurate data on the range. It don't take much. And we also got to pick out the biggest one. That one's 236. That one's 177. That one's 244. There's a giant one back there too. I think that 244 was the one to shoot. This deer over here, what is he? He's just a 198. And I thought he was the biggest thing in the world. He's about 275. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this thing zoomed in to 275. I'm going to have to hold at the heart and let it come up a little bit. There's the 244. He's around 300 yards as well. Whew. All right, boys, moment of truth. We gotta shoot that one in the back, though. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. All right, I hit him. Switch, switch, switch. Let's see if these deer are still standing there. If they're still standing there, shoot. I'll shoot that big one. No, dude, I didn't get a good shot. No, dude. I didn't get a good shot with the 243. No! That was my last bullet. Bunch of giants, dude. Let's see if these deer are still standing there. They're still standing there. Shoot. Let's let this thing eat real quick. This is the 6.5 PRC. Shot it right up its butt, but we'll see if it's going down. It's not. It's sure not. It ain't. I shot a tree on that one. That's what kind of makes me feel like this might be a Creedmoor, because it just doesn't kill good. And the 243 don't kill good either. In the game, it's terrible. In real life, it's great. In the game, the 243 is bad, dude. It's bad. If you don't hit that thing perfectly, it ain't dying. There's moose. I am really, really, really hoping that that first deer we shot with the 6.5 goes down pretty quick. I feel like I made a decent shot on it. That's the 243. That's a terrible shot. Over here's where I shot the 6.5 and it was really good. That's a good hit. Right there's the one I shot with the 6.5 the first time. It died really good. It's just the 6.5 doesn't really have that extra oomph to put it all the way through the butt shot. But look at that gold, dude. It's only got to be a 255 to be a diamond. I think if we come here, I think we can stinking find a diamond whitetail deer right here at this one little spot. Look at that, dude. That's a big old deer. That's crazy. Probably should have mounted that, honestly. I definitely should have mounted that. I'll look in these woods real quick, just see if that other giant, what's that, no hunting zone? My bad. Nope, there's one of the deer down. Okay, well, we'll take that. We'll go claim it no matter what. Yeah, it looks like those deer went right over there and just stopped. I think we're gonna build this. We're gonna come back later and we're gonna do us a good whitetail deer diamond grind right here. Because those deer, they eat all over this, and shoot them with a crossbow, whatever you want, we can get them. Just did that for later. A later video, we're gonna come and try to kill us a diamond whitetail. But let's go claim this other deer. I'm pretty sure that's the one we shot with the 6.5 because I have a feeling the one we shot with the 243 is just not gonna go down. But then it's really moving on to the 30-30. That's some big old deer to just have them looking at you like that. I probably should shoot them, but it's okay, I guess. We'll let them walk for another day. If we don't shoot them today, they'll be here tomorrow, you know what I mean? It's a good one. It's a silver. And with the 6.5, this is the difference. All right, this is the difference between something like that 6.5 and the 30-06. We hit them very similar locations, but you've seen what the 30-06 did and you've seen what the 6.5 did. The 6.5 hit that stuff and stopped. 30-06 hit that stuff and went out the other side. Okay, so that's what the 30-06. That's why it's a better gun. If you want me to be honest. And so, especially in this game, I don't see a reason to use a 6.5 over the 30-06. Because the 30-06 is undoubtedly better. New England or Mississippi? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I want to go to New England. 30-30 is our last and probably one of the most common deer hunting calibers in America. In the arms of I want to go hunting over a food plot. Let's see if we can find, where do we got some deer coming into a food plot? That's where I want to go. I used to have a tree stand popped up right here, but let's go up there and switch the time. Let's pull a 30-30, make sure it shoots good. I'm going to be honest with you boys though. 30-30 in this game has been top 3 worst guns for deer for me in this game. Real life, I've never actually shot one with a 30-30, but in the game, it has never been good. Let's see. Let's take a peek over here and see if we see a deer. We might see a deer out in the pumpkins. Really, the 30-30 shines in the woods where everything's close quarters, but at the same time, it's always fun to hunt deer out in a field because you can actually see them. But yeah, they should be up in them pumpkins, really. I wouldn't be opposed if we just walk around some of these fields until we find the one the deer are in. It's a good looking pumpkin patch, I know that. I used to have a tree stand over here. I don't know what happened to it. I think a beaver ate it or something. I don't know what the game was trying to tell me. There goes one. No, that may have been one of the worst misidentifications I've ever did in this game. That is not a white-tailed deer at all. I was like, oh, there's a big one. It's about time for them to pop out in this field, but I ain't seeing them right now. We may always have to just move food plots or something, which I don't know if this is much of a food plot. This just looks like cow grass. Boys, I'm kind of starting to get upset if I ain't seeing no deer. Too many people got tags. They shoot them all, buddy. Opening day was 3 weeks ago. That's why there ain't no deer left. They're all dead. Like cut corn. They should be standing in it, but I ain't seeing them, dude. Let's walk through these fields and see what we can see. And the 30-30. If you... With the 30-30, you got to see them before they see you. Because if they're running away, you ain't going to kill them. We're just going to walk around, check these fields. I got a moose moving through, but no whitetail yet. There goes a quail coming to me. Well, I don't know what Jens is doing. Should I shoot it? No, usually I would have shot it. I'm just trying to kill a deer right now. That moose is moving through. I think the 30-30 is a little small for a moose though. You know, I'm just saying, I'm looking at the whole field. I ain't seeing no deer, so I think I might actually move. I want to get up here in this stand right over here. Let's hop up in this blind though. While we're sitting here, I guess I can tell you what else is going on. Well, we got this website I've been having this website. I've had this website for probably about 8 years, buddy. I was looking back, I've been doing YouTube total 9 years. What the heck? We, by golly, now we started off with a t-shirt, and now we got all kinds of t-shirts, and look here, look, we got knives, we got a trail camera. I use them a lot, so look here, there's that big old bear. Here's another good video. That's a good one, dude. That was a good little buck. I couldn't tell. My cousin might have shot that thing. Anyways, let's take a look out here. We need to keep your eyes open. That's one thing about deer hunting, son. If you're gonna be a deer hunter, you gotta get off your phone. Gosh, what a black bear. Let's bleed. Alright, we'll check it here in a minute and see what else pops out. Look, we got all kinds of red line flag. Looks like it's out of stock, but we got all kinds of colors. Oh, what'd you say? What's my favorite color? Low key, right now, I'm probably going to say the bluefish. Christmas is coming up, so we're selling out stuff pretty quick, so I guess if I had to tell them anything about it, I'd say if you want something, go ahead and get it now. Yeah, there's a pronghorn. I shot that. There's an elk. I shot it too. That was crazy. And then there's a fish. I caught that. Hey, that's the pond. You know the pond from the videos? That's my pond. I tell you what, dude. If ain't a deer gonna walk out here in a minute, I'm gonna have to... I'll tell you right now, I ain't the happiest about it. At the end of the day, this is not my land. This is Jim's, and he just lets me hunt here. So I ain't all tore up about it that he's letting me hunt here. I mean, I wish I could kill one, but maybe the deer just ain't moving, because we've hunted over here. We've hunted down at that other farm. The guy goes to my church. We hunted over here on the public land. You can't hardly kill nothing on that public land. It's about pitiful. Let's go back and see, though. If we see a 6-pointer out here on the public land, we'll shoot it. Oh, my gosh. We just spooked a deer popping in. Now, it's going to be hard to kill a spooked deer with a 30-30, okay? Because if they're on their way out, I don't know if the bullets can go that deep. We better check all these fields. Is that a deer? Please be a deer. Oh, it's a corn stalk. Come on. There goes them deer. There goes them deer. How far? How far? Oh, my gosh. They're so far. We're going to have to get out there if we're going to call them things. We got to get out there and we got to stop them. Hope they ain't too far, but I think we just spooked them. I will tell you something right now. If them deer are not over this hump, we are going to shoot this moose and we're just going to pretend it's a big buck. How's that sound? You down with that? Because, dude, it's getting dark. I ain't seen a game warden and I ain't seeing no other cars out here. If them deer run away, we're just going to shoot that moose and we're going to say it was a deer. Okay? We're going to cut it up. That way they can't tell us otherwise. Oh, now the moose is gone. Boys, we've spooked everything in this woods. I'll tell you this, it ain't look like we're much of hunters, are we? Well, there goes a deer. We're just gonna call a little bit, and we're gonna pop up and shoot whatever we see. If it's a big buck, we'll take it. Oh, there's a stinking coyote chasing that deer. There's your deer. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him! Talking stinking 30-30, son. If you can get them within that close, you can kill them with a 30-30. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's one less doe they're gonna have next year, ain't it? That's all right, though. There's plenty of does around here. That's the thing about it, dude. Everybody comes on this public land. They ain't here to manage deer. They're here to kill the deer. So they kill a bunch of bucks, and they got the buck-to-doe ratio 20-1. You see 20 does for every 1 buck. There needs to be somebody coming here and shoot them does. As I shoot, hey, I ain't scared of it. That's another thing about 30-30, though. It don't penetrate that much. It does in real life, but this game done it dirty. Hit that shoulder bone and hit that lung, that's it. Should have came on through and hit that other lung, if you know what I mean. But hey, here we go. We're going to call it a day. You ever seen upside down deer? Now you have. Clear here to see another deer hunting video or over here for another deer hunting video. Because you like deer hunting, and here's some videos about it.